Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's fantastic to see such a great turnout, and there's only one author at this year's London Book Fair who would generate such an enormous crowd. I'm Jonathan Hayward, I'm the director of English Pen. You're not here to see me, you're here to see Umberto Eco, one of Europe's most important contemporary writers, the author of novels from The Name of the Rose through to Foucault's Pendulum, The Island of the Day Before, Baudolino, and most recently The Mysterious Flame of Queen Lona. I think the only author to write a literary tribute to Jorge Luis Borges to become a film starring Sean Connery in The Name of the Rose. In some ways that symbolizes that extraordinary crossover between the academy and the ability to write popular international bestsellers, which characterizes Umberto Eco's genius as a communicator and as a writer. Also the author, I think, of more than 30 works of criticism, semiotics, philosophy, and medieval history, which was your original academic discipline.
That's my job.
Yes.
I write novels only during the weekends.
Yes. Do you need to move this a little bit closer? There.
Like this?
I like that. Exactly.
Okay.
Now, Professor Eco, I know that you're here in London. It's a very rare visit. We're very privileged to have you. And I have to say, we only have you for a very short time here. So I have about 15 minutes for this conversation. And then Professor Eco will stay to sign books in the cafe, in the bookshop end of the cafe. So I'm not sure we'll have time to sign everyone's books, but we'll do our best in the limited time available. But I know you're here for a very special reason. Could you tell us about that?
Because one of the women of my life, Drenka Willing, who is my American editor at Harcourt, the old Harcourt Brace, is receiving here the special award of the book fair for publishing. So it's a festivity that gathers many friends of Drenka here, and I've been invited to, I don't know, to say a few words in giving them her the I don't know if it is an object, a document, a papyrus, I don't know, something. I have to offer her something.
Yes.
And so we are very glad to do that, because, you know, the relationship of an author with his or her editor is always a complicated, passionate, erotic one. Sometimes you hate your editor, sometimes you love it. In the case of a foreign editor, there is the mediation of the translator. My translator has been, until that last book, the great Bill Weaver.
Who was also Italo Calvino's translator.
He is the translator of all the Italian writers, but I think one of the greatest translators in every language. Unfortunately, since many years, he cannot work any longer. He's severely ill. But they were Homeric fights between Bill and Drenka, able to spend 6 days about one word. One scene. And then I received the visit of Bill Weaver, crying, weeping. I cannot stand. Then the visit of Drenka said, no, marvelous, and they loved each other.
So in fact, you've written 20 or 30 novels, but we only have 4 in English, because they've taken so long to translate.
Well, okay, no. Only they had to work only on... No, but Drenka followed also some of my essays. So not only the novels, and that since 81. 81, when she was the heir of a great dynasty of publishers. There were those two persons, Kurt and Ellen Wolf, who escaping from Germany during the Hitler period. They arrived then in America, and they made all the European literature known to the American reader. Don't forget that Kurt Wolf was the first to discover the young writer and publish it. It was Kafka. So it was, he had a certain smell So then Kurt died. Ellen Wolf was the great dame of publishing in New York and in America. And then she worked with Drenka. So when Helen retired, Drenka went on with this politics of discovery and translation of practically all the European literature, publishing also American writers, okay, but mainly from Günter Grass to Saramago, from the Hebrew writers to Perez Reverte. Drenka really made a lot for making the European writers known to the American readers.
And without great translators and international publishers like that, we can't experience other cultures. And I'm thinking of Italy at the moment. One of your noisiest cultural exports is Signor Berlusconi, who in some ways is presenting a very unusual face of Italy to the outside world.
We are trying to show the other side.
The other side. The lighter side of Italian culture.
We represent the 49% of the citizens. Yes. Unfortunately, it represents the 51. But good enough to displace, you know the story of the Jesuit. It seems it's true that the Jesuits have a main house in Rome and a secondary center in Milan. The Milan center is left-oriented. The Rome center is right-oriented. They say they have 51 Jesuits in Rome and 49 in... it's enough they send 2 Jesuits on the other side, and they are always in the position of facing the new government.
So it's a very precise balance of power. But then Berlusconi clearly has had a damaging effect on that balance of power in Italian public life through his ownership of the media as well.
The whole problem is a loss of balance, yes. We are in a dizzy situation, yes. Anyway, let's see.
Okay, well, we'll put Berlusconi to one side.
We have seen worse in our life, yes.
What do you feel? You've been writing novels now for 30 years. You've been writing academic and semiotic texts for...
No, I am a very young novelist.
Yes.
I wrote my first novel at the age of 49. So in the 80s, so less than 30 years. So I am a very young novelist.
Exactly.
I am an old scholar, but a young novelist.
And as a reader, I would hope many more novels in you. But I think you've said that you've written your last novel. Is that right? No?
No, I missed your point.
Did you say that The Mysterious Flame of Queen Lona would be your final novel?
No, I didn't say that. I don't know. No, because according to statistics and the state of medicine, I have still 30 years to live. So in 30 years, maybe I write something new. But somebody told that. But it has been told also of 100 Years of Solitude,
Marquez.
Gabo, Marquez, and he reacted and say, no, I didn't say that. It seems it's a fashion. It's a fashion to attribute maybe in order to make the last book to sell.
Maybe it's the publishers. Yes, I think you should ask those publishers some questions.
It's the only explanation, so they are the publishers.
So we can expect more novels from you. Well, this is the great news. We can expect more novels, more Umberto Eco novels.
You know, between The Name and the Rose and The Pendulum, I waited 8 years. So that was published 4 years ago. Let me at least all the 4 years, and maybe aging like that, I needed 10 years, 12 years, all the 30s that are expecting me. Yes.
And what are the preoccupations that are on your mind now when you're thinking about writing, thinking about what you might write in the future? What concerns you? What bothers you? What excites you?
No, I have a chance, as you said. Novels are not my only activity. So when I say that I am waiting in order to write a novel, in the same moment I am writing other books, essays and other things. So I am always on duty. Maybe I am inventing certain books to do in order not to think of the novel. You know that one of the important things for a writer is the capacity of closing the manuscript on a drawer for 2 years.